If you're an England fan looking for a little World Cup tonic, or indeed the global showpiece hasn't quite sated your rugby appetite, then this is very much the place to be. The Stoop on a bright and crisp autumn afternoon, and two of the freewheeling try-scoring foes from round one about to glove up and throw off those shackles once again. Harlequins sickened by a bizarre and wounding finale at King's home last Saturday. Jared Evans involved heavily in that from the bench, and in the only change to the starting lineup, the Welsh international is handed the number 10 jersey this time around. A lot of weaponry at his fingertips today, with Lewis Lynagh and Tyrone Green fit and hungry again after lengthy injury layoffs. Luke Northmore a try scorer against Gloucester. Up front, the youth of Finn Baxter and Sam Riley melded to the mature beef of tighthead Will Collier. Joe Launchbury will be eager to catch Steve Borthwick's eye. Alex Donbrandt too will want to prove a point to the England coach who left him out of that World Cup posse. He is captain again today for the Quins. The winds of change have been blowing stiffly down in Devon this summer. So many who've contributed so much to the Exeter cause departing, and Rob Baxter growing a new generation to attack the coming campaigns. 6 of the starting 15 aged 23 or younger, and the only change from that amazing thrashing of Saracens sees the youngest among them, Ben Hammersley, still just 20, handed his first Gallagher Premiership start. Josh Hodge shredded the champions with his hat-trick last weekend. Harvey Skinner set up 3 of their 11 tries. Wallaby prop Scott Seo has started the season strongly, and in amongst the youths, the towering figure of Jacques Vermeulen continues to provide unrelenting oomph. Even the boldest of Exeter fans, even after a gutful of fine Devonian cider, would never have dared dream of the beating they inflicted upon Saracens. The biggest opening day win in 9 years. Saracens given a Sandy Park scalping. And a new battalion of Chiefs announcing themselves in the big time. Can they back that up today? Can Josh Hodge deliver again as he fills that Stuart Hogg-shaped hole in the Exeter backline? What a talent, what a player, what a performance against the biggest beasts in the land. Alex Donbrandt, svelter, slimmed down Alex Donbrandt, leads out the quartered brigade. For the first time this season, the Stoop heralds the arrival of their heroes. Still showcasing the hallmarks of the Harlequins way. The Stoop packed out, the pyro pumping, and the colour dye drifting on this autumnal breeze. And Alex Donbrandt, one of the biggest, the most important contributors, not in France, but keen, no doubt, to make his mark domestically. And before the action, we will pause to think about matters much more important than sports. The ongoing conflict, the awful events unfolding across Gaza these past few weeks. And we will just take a moment to reflect silently on the atrocity and the horrors being witnessed. A solemn moment in the Twickenham sunshine. And it will be Harlequins in the famous quarters to kick us off. There's something about this fixture which always conjures the spectacular as the Quins kick off their first home match of the Gallagher Premiership season. And they take off in pursuit of their maiden win of the campaign. The first task for young Tom Cairns, the 21-year-old, first Premiership start against Saracens, is to send this one into the autumn breeze. Quins have it back. Porter for Finn Baxter. Babyface loosehead prop, boyhood Harlequins supporter.
Okay, use it please.
And this is something we might see a little more of from Harlequins. Don't want to lose that all-out attacking identity, but keen to play rugby in the right areas of the pitch. Keen to manage games better, kick more in that middle third. And keen too to take some more pride in their defensive ability, which Ethan Roots has borne the brunt of. Yendel.
Hold in front,
Skinner
Exeter.
in the pockets.
Wait, okay.
And up it goes. Porter waits, glaring into the sunshine. Lovely hands away to Tyrone Green, who's jinking and jiving and slipping tackles. A little glimmer of what he brings to the table. Baxter, fabulous pullback. And Jared Evans releasing Lewis Lina. Harlequins playing with width already. Dombrandt's careering already. He is like a buffalo when he gets going. Quins probe the blind side, but Exeter have their number. And Lina taken into touch by Harvey Skinner. Close to 2 minutes of all-out action.
And breathe. Take a breath, everyone. A bit of everything in that. Big collisions. A mixture of both teams not overplaying in that middle third, using the kicking game, but when it's on, clear the attacking intents there from both sides.
Nice.
First line out functions well for the Chiefs. And Tom Henriksen, the New Zealand-born heavyweight, carves through the middle. Just a cute chip over the top, looking for Fisi Lau. And Nick David, clattered by the young back row.
Okay, use it, please.
Harlequins were already a try to the goods. This time 7 days ago. Dombrandt crashing over after 84 seconds to give them the lead at Kingsholm. And here's Hodge, the hat-trick hero. Oh, look at him go. It is poetry in motion when Josh Hodge begins to motor into the 22. He sears.
Offside line.
Front foot ball for the Chiefs. Fisi Lau marauding. And Quins infringing.
Use the ground to support yourself and then came back onto the ball.
I think Nick Day was a bit unlucky there. He picks the ball up but just loses feet in the turnover. But what a break. You see here the importance of that kicking game and the structure that exists around it. Josh Hodge goes across pitch, almost like a schoolboy game. Picks out Jared Evans, takes him on steps, great skills, and then good retention to get over.
He steadied himself on the ground.
As he's going cross-field, he's almost searching for that little mismatch, isn't he, that he wants to then bang off his right foot and go and expose maybe a slightly slower forward in that kick chase.
11 defenders Josh Hodge left trailing in his wake. Sandy Park last weekend. Exeter have gone to the corner.
Advantage.
They're going to back their set piece. They have milked a penalty advantage. And Ethan Roots, former jiu-jitsu champion, takes it round the corner. Here's Henriksen. Here's more Chiefs power. Skinner straightening and threatening. Quins hold them up. Exeter still with the penalty advantage. They've got another one here. They line up the bruisers and Yendel gets to within a metre. And this time, the try will stand. And for all the bells and whistles, for all the new look attack that Exeter are throwing around this season, sometimes the old tricks work the best. And big Aaron Painter bundles his way home.
Yes, well worked that. Line-out drill was superb right at the top. Some big carries. The carry before in the phase that led up to it, Tom Henriksen carried really well. Sometimes you need one big carry in and amongst the heavyweight carries just to break up that momentum, really give you those extra few inches. And in the end, they go direct. We've seen it so many times with Exeter over the years, that direct play, so organised, so clinical, so ruthless.
Yeah, that's right. You've not begun your run-up.
Yeah, all good, Adam.
Thank you, mate. I don't see the shot clock anywhere. Where is the shot clock?
Henry Slades, one of the last men standing from
Frank,
that
no
golden crop of
so you'll have to give me the 15 seconds.
Exeter legends who took the Premiership by storm, who scaled the summit of Europe. His first kick of the day. Four from 9 in round one, 1 from 1 in round two. Harlequins 0, Exeter Chiefs 7.
It's an early warning shot as well, isn't it, for Harlequins, in terms of if they're not going to kick well and chase well, this back three of Exeter are just going to rip them to pieces and getting really good field positions from it.
He's approximately the size of a Highland cow, Aaron Painter. Not an easy man to stop from that kind of distance. And he opens his Exeter account. Short and restart. Joseph goes after it for Harlequins, but tap forward off an Exeter paw. Baxter again whipping that ball back in. Now they pierce through. Northmore lurking. Here's Joseph. Will Evans, Jared Evans. David in the line once more, and Dombrandt now can stretch those big quadriceps. Lina's burning up the outside. Lina chipping and chasing and falling. And it's well recovered by Harvey Skinner. Dombrandt wrapped him up.
Ball is there.
That's how quickly Harlequins can flick the switch. Rusi Tuima squeezes a metre or two.
Okay, use it, please. Don't pin anyone in here.
And then battered clear by Cairns. And Exeter can camp themselves in this 22. Nick David, a telling influence already.
And a little glimpse of what Jared Evans can do as he backs with a lovely pass at the back, and just that ability for Nick David to be so close to that pod. He's hidden him behind it, but the phase that followed that glimpse into what Jared Evans can do. Played in the URC for Cardiff for so many years, and that ability to take the ball flat and distribute the ball, one of the best passing games in the league.
Harlequins want their set piece to become more of a weapon than it has been recently, but that weapon diffused by the Exeter 8.
Right, leave him, please.
Will Evans, try scorer against Gloucester, into Baxter. Already seeing plenty of ball. Northmore, Jared Evans had to hold on to that ball, but so comfortable conducting traffic and freeing the hands once more. The Quins fans crying for a high tackle on Collier. Will Evans, king of the turnover. Now with ball in hand. Dombrandt. Exeter defending stoutly here. Jared Evans floats it wide for Green. No shortage of ambition from Harlequins. Can they find the midfield punch to splinter this Exeter defence? Soft handling again. Nick David again marauding. Dombrandt, they're queuing up on the far side, and it will be a run-in for Jack Kenningham. There they are. There's the Harlequins way. And the Stoop on its feet for the first time.
So well worked that try, Jamie. Had a great view of it up here. And Jared Evans again, so important. Just varying up his passing game, giving it early, taking it to the line, but getting the team into their shape. They're looking at this ball out of the back so often, but then the key handling skills to link. Back rows in the wide channels are walking, but really well orchestrated, pulling in the Exeter defence, narrowing them up with some tighter carries, and then all the glamour and glitz out the back. Superb try.
Just really simple basic skills as well, isn't it? Catch, pass, at the line. Everyone knows their role, really well executed.
19 tackles without the ball last weekend, Jack Kenningham. Scoring tries with it in round 2. Jared Evans lands his first Harlequins points, and we're all square. What have Quins got up their sleeve from first phase? Lina springing away. Oh, he's left them all flailing. Who can stop him on that form, at that pace? And that will warm the hearts of the Harlequins faithful and of his old man in the stands.
An absolute acre of space inside Jared Evans off the back of the line out. They've seen space there in the build-up. Clearly that's pre-planned. And then the finish is superb.
Jared Evans bangs over the extras.
Those plays off the top of the line are so difficult to defend. Everybody's coming forward in the open side. It wraps around the back of the line out. Players inside, outside, so many options. Really tough to pick up the players.
Yes, Kieran Painter is actually left on his own a bit there. Big ask of a tight end prop off the back of the line to fill that gap. Finn Baxter does a small nudge on him, was just enough to put him off his run where he would have made that tackle. It's definitely a ploy, a tactic they've seen and executed.
It's been a tough few months for Henry Slade. As our graphic showed, he was a mainstay of the Six Nations campaign. He's probably the headline omission from Steve Borthwick's World Cup posse. Now he is one of the key leaders for the Exeter Chiefs. He's lurking again as Skinner chases Tyrone Green all the way back. A little too far.
Goal line.
John just called it, didn't he? Exactly the same play. You'd think they might go through the hands and test the edge with ball in hand, but they've seen an opportunity to try and kick into that space. But again, you can play the same plays over and over again, put doubts in defenders' minds and pull different options.
Harlequins' defence so far standing relatively firm. It's an area of massive focus for them over the summer. Marshalled by Jerry Flannery and Jordan Turner-Hall. Averaged 4 tries conceded per game last season. Now, hard to believe he's only 20 years old. The size and the power he brings to bear. And again, the choreography not quite accurate enough for Exeter. But Tuima crashing towards the 22. Look at him go. Takes a few to chop down the giant Fijian tree. Now Hodge. Cairns for Painter, Exeter's try scorer.
Thank you, well out.
Oh, what a line from Slade. And Exeter purring again, but purring no longer because Harlequins have stolen the ball back. And Ryan off the outside of the boots, rasps it clear. And Hodge from a standing start, nobody with him. Help arise from Hammersley, but Quins ransacking him. Northmore working hard, couldn't win it back.
Use it.
Fisi Lau, more hard yards for the number 8, carry number 7 of the opening half hour. Painter hit behind the gain line. Slade this time. Silky left boot. Well marshalled by Will Joseph.
Okay, use it, please.
Quinn so far taking all the punches that Exeter are unleashing upon them.
Okay, use it, please. You've had the corner.
Porter ups to kick. It's another tester for Hodge. Green underneath it, but Hodge once more. King of the Twickenham skies. Will Evans, though, king of the Twickenham trenches. Porter. Nick Davids dinks it over the top. Trouble for Exeter. They can't take it. And Harlequins can. And amidst the chaos, Luke Northmore pounces. Bunkered him at the Stoop. We're not quite sure how it got there, but Luke Northmore's plundered another.
All came from the Will Evans turnover. It was a superb kick by Will Porter. It's actually Josh Hodge who took the ball and got turned over. He's actually receiving treatment in front of us at the moment. Looks to be a fairly serious injury, but then they link up so well and are so dangerous. Just showing there's more than one way to skin a cat. Use your kicking game as an attacking weapon. Look at.
Oh, we may just have trodden on that white paint.
The flag came up for a second. We're going to have another look at that. I think this is not the angle.
Okay, no try. Foot in touch.
I don't
We'll
think
just
that's
time
going
off
to
for
get
this
given.
injury, though. I'll let you.
There we go.
To box that off as well.
It's his right foot. That's a clear one there.
No, he's in touch.
Well, let's bring in the Exeter Director of Rugby, Rob Baxter, who's been patiently waiting to talk to us. Rob, we appreciate your time. What more do you need to see from your team to start building a score?
Well, I mean, we just need a little bit of precision, don't we? I mean, we've turned up, we're active in the game. We're going for it. We've found some holes, and we haven't quite had the accuracy we had potentially last week. It's made things come off. We're probably kicking a little bit too much in attack. When they're kind of not really set and they're coming at us too hard. So we need to make a little bit of adjustment there. But really, I think we're in the game. We're showing good energy. We're competitive. We're just not quite as accurate as we were last week. But you know, that's one of the challenges we've got to grow with.
I know it's very raw, and you probably don't know the full extent of what's happened. But how is Josh Hodge? If you can shed any light on what happened to him, it looked really serious and really sad for him.
Yeah, I think it's a dislocated elbow. Obviously, they range in severity, don't they? They can be pretty bad, or they can be fairly recoverable. So obviously, we'll get him scanned in the morning, and we'll find out a little bit more.
And just lastly, you've got a new team playing a different style of play to the traditional Exeter way that got you the success in the past. How important is it that they stick with this game plan and continue doing what you've asked of them here?
Well, that's the important thing. You know, we've got to stick at it a little. I'm not going to say through thick or thin, but you've got to let guys find the faults in it and find the successes in it. And as I said, you know, we've had some successes and we've had some faults, and we've just got to keep working harder. Now, you know, a lot of things have nearly come off. But we've not quite converted, and that's just us keep working at it. As I say, the more we practice these things, the more we travel to difficult grounds and come against different sides, then you know the more challenges there'll be, and when we'll learn to adapt as we go.
Well, we really appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
Thanks very much.
It's always good to hear from these guys in the thick of it. We get their thoughts live on TNT Sport as the action and the drama unfolds. We'll have a chat with Nick Evans shortly after half-time, find out what he was saying in the changing room, what he wants to see in the second 40. Porter with the box kick. Emmanuel Faye-Waboso going back, but it's Wyatt who takes it. Faye-Waboso, the replacement for Josh Hodge, but a bit of obstruction from the Exeter chasers.
All the impact of Porter's kicking game, though. He's putting that ball on the button every single time, giving his chasers, in that case Tyrone Green, opportunity, good hang time, putting it in the 15-metre channel, and as a result Exeter Chiefs have to feel they've got to come across, block the runner, and well picked up by the referee. It's a fairly tough call, that one on Vermeulen. Doesn't change his line, but he is in the way. Tyrone Green does make a bit of a meal of it, but it's picked up. Big opportunity here for Harlequins now.
You know, it's been a good game when we've only had 3 penalties. Here comes Northmore. He's a man on a mission.
Not on the ball, no.
Harlequins
let go.
sense the momentum. The pendulum swinging their way. They can smell more tries. They can smell Devonian blood. It's the pack doing the damage. Porter going blind. Will Evans almost. Porter again. Wide from Hammond. And Joseph is in. Exeter sliced, diced and quartered.
Ruthless play by Harlequins there. Back down in the Exeter 22. And what a great launch play. See the importance of first phase if you can make a real dent as Luke Northmore hits that seam between the back of the line out, where Linus scored his first try on the other side of the pitch, and then the ability to mix in those soft passes, gets right in behind the Exeter Chiefs. Another delayed pass. At this point, Exeter scrambling, unable to regroup, but it's a superb face ball across. Joseph, really well worked, great variety. Very hard to defend there for Exeter.
One of 3 players snapped up from London Irish after the very sad demise of that proud rugby club. Lovejoy, Chawatama, Chandler, Cunningham, South, the others. And that his 3rd try in 4 games already. Evans could have done with a baseball cap or a set of shades to negotiate this blaring Twickenham sun.
It's a brilliantly finished try. Joseph on the end of it, but it was all that build-up play. As John says, it's the delayed passes, it's the variety in attack, it's the closeness to the line. When you're defending your line like that, somebody's going to bite somewhere and try and make that big shot.
Yes, it is.
Spoke a little about the coaching changes at Harlequins over the summer. Danny Wilson has come in as coaching coordinator, but in effect he is the head coach, the top man underneath Director of Rugby Billy Millard. Tabai Matson taking on a broader role with academy transition and some of the women's programme, which is pretty impressive down here as well. Dombrand protects, Porter clears, half-time whistle sounds. This time, 7 days ago, Exeter led Saracens by 41 points to 0. Different story this time around. Harlequins halfway towards their first win of the Gallagher Premiership season. At the interval, at the Twickenham Stoop, it's Harlequins 19, Exeter Chiefs 7. Exeter is steering into the sunshine for the second half. Steering down the barrel of a 12-point deficit at the interval. Lewis Lionel, one of the try scorers for Harlequins. 3 to the good, one more for the bonus points as they look to close out what would be their first win of the Gallagher Premiership season. Poring over the stats at half-time, Quins have conceded just one penalty. Phenomenal discipline, that set the platform. What does the second half have in store? Exeter need a response. Harvey Skinner kicks us off as the shadows begin to lengthen in southwest London.
That's defended once. You've had once already.
Will Porter's had an
use it,
impressive
please.
start to life as a Harlequin. And his boot asks Wyatt to come from deep. Turned up at an under-16 trial for Bath once, was told he was too small. Built himself a home gym, and nobody talking about his lack of muscle now. Roots, top tackler.
No, he's tripped over this man here.
In that first half. Cairns. Wyatt popping up all over the place just now. And Harlequins popping up at the breakdown, but Faye Waboso on early for the stricken Josh Hodge. Pearson. Now can Exeter throw some attacking shapes at this Harlequins defence. Hendrickson throwing his weight around. Cairns, plenty willing runners. Vermeulen inside to Tuima. Cairns keeping that fringe defence honest. Roots was on hand to rumble up to the 22. Cairns, Jacques Vermeulen gets those big legs motoring, and Harvey Skinner can't take the ball with him.
Look at that, he slapped it down, I promise you. Okay, if it's clearly a deliberate
continuation from the first half there, really. Tom Cairns is extremely dangerous in and around those first few defenders of the breakdown. Shortens them up there, then just those short passes off the shoulder, so hard to defend against, especially off fast ball.
And a chance to have a chat with the Harlequins attack coach, Nick Evans. Nick, I'm going to ask you about defence first, because the opening 5 minutes of this second half, Exeter have had the ball in your 22 3 times, and 3 times you've used that defensive weaponry to keep them out. That must be so heartening.
Yeah, the outcome's heartening, but we're half asleep, mate, to be honest. We've come out of the changing rooms and just kind of gifted Exeter the gain line, basically, and we kind of hang on a little bit, but a couple of good defensive plays towards the back end of those, and we've managed to control them and not let them cross. So, yeah, a little bit disappointed at that, especially after the way the first half went for us. So, look, we need to grasp control of this next 5 or 10 minutes.
What's caused that second half sleepiness?
I don't know what the boys are having in there, but certainly I'd like to think our messages, we didn't bore them with that. Yeah, look, I think it's just one of these things that we'll debrief after the game and make sure that we come out with a little bit more energy and you know, control probably more around both sides of the ball.
Harlequins definitely employing a tactic, targeting the back of that line out, targeting Euron Painter, the space that exists in and around him. And the back line has been very effective so far.
Aerial duel, won again by Wyatt. He is supreme in the skies today.
Coffee now, leave it.
Cairns changing direction. Whip the offload away. Skinner out the back door for Yendel.
Tackle!
Fisilau. Carry number 9 for Greg Fisilau, son of a Tongan international. Gets Exeter on the front foot. Vermeulen and Pearson providing the oomph. Skinner to Slade. That touch of class. Hendrickson for Ethan Roots now. Liner just has to cling onto a leg, put his head in the spokes. Scott Seal. 70 plus caps for Australia. Minus 2 metres in that carry. And Harlequins defending with gusto.
It's on your own, man.
Remember, averaging 4 tries conceded per game last season, Harlequins. But Joe Launchbury gets 2 anaconda-like arms on the ball, and Launchbury lumbering like a big oak tree. Falling on it, winning it. That's a momentum shifter. Kenningham now moves it for Evans. Wonderful pump. Northmore, line a 1v1. This is where Quins come alive. And Exeter have infringed at the breakdown. And Quins have awoken from their stupor.
Off it.
Ball comes from this. Joe Launchbury charged down. Harvey Skinner a bit. Caught ambling just that bit, but the pass before this from Jared Evans, just that ability, Exeter going after him with some really aggressive line speed, and just that ability to hold on to the ball, double pumps, throw the dummy, then put the ball across the defender. It's causing Harlequins, it's causing Exeter, all sorts of issues out wide.
Quins get them all a-motoring. Chiefs come back with a big counter surge, but Harlequins go fast. Linus screaming for it on the left. He's got plenty of space if they can get the ball out there. Dombrandt. Chiefs ganging up to halt the captain. The try line beckons. The bonus points in Quins' crosshairs. There's a lot of movement going on in the back line as the forwards continue to bludgeon. Jared Evans and Luke Northmore want to play. The forwards right now have other ideas. Up the jumper it goes again. Forward, Harlequins go again. Porter, Baxter with Northmore in support. Into that patch of sunlight. Can they find the killer touch? Exeter clinging on.
So onside. No hands now, it's a rock.
Porter has Kenningham to his left. Jared Evans and this gilded backline away to the right. Finn Baxter at close quarters. Oh, brilliant work from Exeter. That is an enormous defensive effort.
The first man on his feet.
Kenningham piling in off his feet. Jacques Vermeulen, the South African powerhouse, doing the defensive damage.
Number 6 didn't keep his feet, and then the first man in from Exeter on his feet.
That feels massive in the context of the game, I think. Quins going for the jugular, putting it in the corner. Unable just to get that phase where Jared Evans wanted to release the backs.
So perhaps some nervous faces around the Stoop here. Exeter summon their bruisers. They go to the fronts. They get them all moving.
Exeter.
Quins stop it. The first time of asking. Roots, Vincent.
Ducked into it.
65 minutes since Exeter scored their first try.
Stand up.
If they are to mount a comeback, they need a second quickly. Roots burrowing. Still just short. The dart and the dive and the try. Max Norrie fighting and scrapping with fury in his eyes, and the white line looming in his crosshairs. Exeter back within touching distance.
Almost a flashback to Exeter of old. We've heard so much about this new generation, but how many times over the years have we seen this picture from Exeter? So physical, so organised, in the context of the game, so important.
Not an easy skill either, that close to the line, almost that little dummy push, and then the speed at which he attacks the line to get it down before the Harlequins defenders are able to get anywhere near him. Really impressive.
Henry Slade to narrow the gap further. It's a wonderful strike. Jacques Vermeulen on his feet. Dan Frost's score has Exeter back within 5.
Just that slight show of the ball there. He dummies, a small dummy, sends down the land the wrong way. And that's all you need when you're a few inches out from the line. Just that opportunity to hit a shoulder and burrow over.
Exeter can smell the comeback. 2.5 minutes, a try levels a score. A converted try steals it for them. Pearson. Josefa Scott is the pivot. Skinner, huge looping pass to Wyatt. And again, 2 men required to halt the young winger. Fisi Lau. Statement performance from the young back row.
No. Thank you.
Armstrong for Skinner, who is like a matador, weaving his way through, and Hayden Woods carving up the middle. This is Slade, flung the pass away, didn't go to hand. It's Quins' ball. Edwards got it, and Exeter tried to turn it over. Oh, how close, how fine are the margins. Last 90 seconds of the match.
Don't collapse it, don't collapse it. Thank you, use it please.
Skinner.
Tackle made.
Exeter have possession back, they've got a minute. 60 metres between them and victory. Hendrickson standing very deep, now he straightens. Nathan Jipulu working hard in defence. Armstrong to Aidan Davis. Down the blind side, Hayden Wood again. Injecting the speed. Roots never stop for a moment. Ball is loose, Armstrong to Slade. Vincent goes in to protect. Carry after carry. They must keep the ball in hand. One mistake, one infringement, one loss of possession, and the game is done. And the game might be done now. Look at Alex Dombrandts. All hail the King of Quins. And he should have the final say right at the death.
Guys, can we finish the game before we celebrate? Thank you. Let's go, decision please.
Now if they go for posts here, they can take away Exeter's losing bonus points. And Alex Dombrandt raises a mighty forearm towards the sticks.
He does everything absolutely right. He tries to hold him up, goes down, shows daylight to the referee, then a very clear picture. That's the easiest one all day for the referee to give.
The shot clock's in the corner. 45 seconds left.
Just going back to that break they made up the middle. Such a great opportunity missed, and the story of the day, an offer that doesn't quite go to hand.
Will Edwards to cruelly snatch a bonus points from Exeter Chiefs' hands. It's over. Forget the ordinary. Throw the mundane out of the window. This is the Harlequins roller coaster. Seldom the easy way, always, always the entertaining way. Exeter Chiefs pointless on another visit to the Stoop as Harlequins win for the first time in the Gallagher Premiership this season. Full time at Twickenham Stoop. Harlequins 22, Exeter Chiefs 14.